Hello, everybody. Look, I got all these people here, and I forgot to put in a chat window. Anyway, I'm gonna unmute them. Hello, you're all live now.
Awesome.
And I noticed I completely.
Wow.
I noticed I completely forgot to put a freaking chat window in.
Sure.
I am
You
so.
can add it real quick.
Yeah.
Well, put it in now.
I am.
Just forgetting about chat. Rude.
Yeah, sheesh.
Oh, I just gotta jump up to my other page and see what I got. Wait,
Also, it's listed as Lord of the Rings.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I pressed the done button. Okay, there we go.
There it goes.
Alright, so okay, I need that one. Got it. Yeah, now I go over here. Anyway, 1
So
second.
how are
everybody.
you doing, Galadriel?
Osho. It's fair. Wait. Hello everybody. This is. Look at all these people I got. I've kidnapped them all.
Help.
I'm here for the drinks.
Yeah, I was promised booze.
Depends.
We were
Can you get
indeed
past?
promised booze.
Can you get past Aurora?
Hi. Hi, Sophie.
I was told there was an open bar and free money.
But you've got an orbit of money. Are you trying to add to that orbit of money?
Yes, I need all the monies.
Wait, you were promised money?
Oh no, let me get the.
Yeah, I wasn't told we were getting money. What?
Oh, so you bribe the Don, but not us.
But
I mean,
I
You
get
gotta
paid for
grease.
doing art for you anyway.
you gotta grease some palms if you want to get the Don interested in your franchise.
what about literal grease?
That's just gonna clump up in my fur.
Can I pay in head pats?
Absolutely, I'll take it.
Nice.
Anyway, I think I should really get around to what I'm doing.
I'm
I'm
now
stumbling.
terrified.
This is what happens when you invite 5 people onto your stream.
I know, but it's okay.
It's really fun.
It's good chaos. Alright, so I think we should all do an introduction of ourselves because, well, yeah, probably it's very likely we haven't seen everybody who's here. Yeah, I'm Leon DarkTech, Cyborg, Mercenary Commander, and video game collector with a large collection of over 1,100 games. So yeah, I'm a variety streamer. Yeah, so I like to show my passion for gaming and all the things I collect with pretty much with everybody because I have a lot of weird games. Aussie, how about you?
Well, my name's Aussieroth on here, but I'm also known as David J.G. Doyle in real life. I'm a voice actor, been doing it for the better part of 10 years. You might recognize me as the voice of Lux from Metarunner, or Sephiroth from several internet projects, particularly the EchoS voice mod. There's been many other things I've been involved with as well, such as Sunset Paradise, a video games called Heroes Arena, and Malevolent Sword of Equinox. And I've known Tech here since he was a lad.
I actually caused him plenty of headaches when I was a young bugger.
Yeah, but it was all for the growth. And now for some popcorn.
So what?
Popcorn.
So what?
Butter flavored.
Butter? Wait, you got what is it? Triple butter explosion? That's usually what I go with.
Well, Cobb's best ever butter.
Okay. Alright, Fumi.
Yeah, for me, I am the farming tanuki. And yeah, on my channel, we play really old retro video games from like the SNES era. And eventually, after I debut, there's going to be cooking and sewing and farming content.
Gotta look forward to that.
And also, I sing sometimes.
Nice.
Alright, Don.
Buonasera, buonanotte, buongiorno, depending on what the frig time zone you are. My name is Don Enzo Leone. I am the head of the Leone completely legitimate business family. And I run a channel on Twitter or on Twitch, twitch.tv/Don Lorenzo Leone. And I do a lot of different crime-themed games. I do singing. I have a very active Discord community, and we usually do community nights on Sundays, but we also do like community play-along collabs every week where we'll just play like horror games, like four-player horror games all night long until the damn sun comes up, and have people rotating in and out so everybody gets a turn. And we do a lot of fun stuff on my channel. I would suggest you check it out. I'm a professional Vtuber. This is my career, what I do for a living, and I enjoy it very much, and I appreciate you having me here.
Oh, your mic was cutting out at the end there.
Yeah, Discord is not always happy, but I was saying I appreciate you having me on your show today, Leon.
It's an absolute pleasure, and thanks for bringing the money orbit. I'm sorry, I can't get over the money orbit. I love it so much.
I am somewhat terrified.
I love the fur coat. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, grab some of the money if you want. It'll respawn.
Is it like leprechaun gold where it disappears after a certain amount of time?
Oh no, it'll stay there as long as I have it activated.
It's an active ability?
If you take some, more of it will just come out of my jacket pocket and replace the money that's orbiting inside right out of zoom. It's pretty good stuff.
I'm actually curious. You said crime-centered games. Have you played the Scarface video game?
I have that on an old help you play old games device.
Oh man, I'd actually love to see you play it. I didn't see it because I had a lot of fun with it.
I collect all of those older games. I got the Scarface game. I got Sopranos, Road to Respect, the old EA Godfather games.
Whew.
I do all that stuff, and I sing a lot too.
All right, next up is Chiu.
Hi everyone, I am Chisame Shirataki, but you can call me Chiu. I am a variety streamer on Twitch, and as well as a cosplayer. Sometimes I do IRL streams as well. You can find me basically on any social media as Chiu Shirataki.
Hey, what sort of games do you play?
I play mostly narrative games lately. Like personally, I like puzzle games, but on stream it's mostly narrative games.
I don't know if I've played many of those.
More like anything has like a story, so like Sleeping Dogs or like Yakuza, stuff like that.
Yakuza? Everyone loves Yakuza, let's be fair, and I understand why.
It's a pretty fun game.
And finally, behind us, the protector of the alcohol is Aurora Fortuna.
Hi, I'm Aurora Fortuna. I'm a pre-debut VTuber. I'm still getting my bearings around. I stream very rarely right now due to a lot of IRL stuff and whatnot, but I stream a lot of games like visual novels and RPGs. They're my preferences. I've known Leon for about a year now. He's been a really good friend, and I do a lot of art for him on his streams, and I helped actually do his design for his model.
Yeah, I was really thankful for that. Thank you so much.
Oh, it was a pleasure.
Probably have to hire you again because I'm thinking of updating it at some point soon.
Sure. You know I'm always open to you.
Yeah. You've got a freaking list that's probably quite long now. It
is huge. There's at least like 6 things, maybe 7 on the list.
I can't help myself. I just have to keep buying art. So I'm gonna take it aside.
Well, you also buy me a bunch of fucking video games, so.
I can't help myself.
You really can't.
I should get one of those. Like, you know. I feel like I should. You know what? I'm gonna look it up now.
So, as an aside, I'm just gonna talk about where I met all these people. So, David JG Doyle, I've known him for like, what, 15 years now or something, isn't it? Or longer.
Close to that, at least, yeah.
Yeah, he used to. It was funny. It's kind of it was like a martial arts class that we were part of, and you know he was higher belt, and I was kind of that little asshole in the class who freaked out all the time. Was it? You know, back in those terrible days. But I grew.
Yeah, you did. You grew out of it.
Yeah.
Then you beat most people I know into getting not only into getting a wife.
Yeah, I got married, and that was freaking lovely. All right. Yeah, fun fact. Dave was actually the MC of my wedding.
Very happy day.
I met okay. Now the next three, Fumi, Dawn, and Chiu, I met in relation to. If you guys are familiar with it, do you guys remember the V-Stars thing? That weird that insane drama where a Vtuber group like imploded overnight.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I thought that was extremely sus.
I mean, on the silver lining, I met a lot of really lovely people from there. So.
Yeah.
I was like,
I just think V-Stars was kind of sus to begin with.
There
Well,
was
I
a
knew
lot
it
of
was
sus
very
things about
sus.
it.
I had a lot of connections in their management. You know, a lot of their department heads were friends of mine and people that I knew. So, like, I knew exactly how sus it was. And a lot of friends, I was begging to get out of that because, as a business lion, it seemed to me like the business being done there was not very good for anybody but the people at the top.
Yeah,
That's what it sounded like, yeah.
the thing was, the community, well, at least a fair bit around what developed was really good. Like, okay, so I met Fumi in there, and I met Chiu in there, and I met Don from a video he did about the place going kaput on YouTube.
I was kind of like, well, I joined because I just thought it would be an interesting community to be part of, and then it imploded, and I didn't notice until like it imploded, and I was just like,
Oh, it was
what-
about to
what happened?
implode, and I knew about it, and I came over to Fumi, I'm like, okay, Fumi lives under a rock, so I better go tell Fumi what's about to happen.
And he's like, Fumi, this thing is gonna implode, and I was like, what? and then it imploded like straight after Leon messaged me.
God, that was...
And then he's like, where do I go? All of my friends are gone now.
Yeah, Chiu I was hanging with a lot. I think I talked to Chiu the most in there, honestly, and yeah, we've still remained pretty good friends. As you've seen by the fact I've collabed with Chiu probably the most here. The only person I've done it more with is David, but you know, I've known him for over a decade, so it kind of makes sense.
Indeed.
I don't usually collab, so this is my first collaboration ever. Yay!
Yay! Clap,
Yay!
clap for Fumi, first collab.
Welcome and congratulations.
Yeah.
I-
Welcome to your
I-
first collab.
I collab more than I actively stream, so
That's because I just drag you into my streams all the time.
yep.
I'm like, you want to play on
The
that?
joys of friends. It's like, hey, I'm giving you this game so we can play multiplayer. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, also, I think I should bring this up. I actually just hit 50 followers again on Twitch, so I might be affiliate very soon.
Yay!
Oh yeah, and finally, Aurora Fortuna. I met her. I still forgot what that alert was for. I've got it.
It's okay. I just hosted you on my channel.
Oh, okay, that's
Ooh,
what. That's,
Can I
forgot
do that too? How do I do this?
Yeah, I've been hosting since the start. You just do /host and then the name on Twitch.
Okay,
I get the
hang on, let
edited
me
I
see.
have no followers, so I don't even see a point.
How do I do this?
Okay, so any of you who know Red,
All my followers are here.
any of you who know Red, one of my Resfield who's in the chat, I usually get him and we do stupid edits to things. So a few times we've edited things into really dumb ways, and so that's a lot of my sound effects actually. That laugh is actually a relatively edited J. Jonah Jameson laugh to expand the laugh.
Late channel.
Yeah. He hopped in just before we started. Well, you were muted and deafened and said hi.
Oh, the following.
So,
was
what,
just good luck.
Oh, the following.
I just hit.
Oh yeah. The following sound effect is actually Michael Rosen, and he's edited to go no. Oh God.
And
Okay, who set that off? Did someone donate? I just got the I'm hungry.
did that work?
Yeah, I think it did.
Oh, it worked. I think.
Oh, here we go. I hear the laugh. We're good.
Yeah, I did a thing.
You did a thing.
Now it's just turning into. Okay, so finally, I actually.
Are you pretending to do redeems because he doesn't have them
Maybe.
yet?
Yeah, I actually did. I just hydrated.
Do we all have to hydrate or just Leon?
Does everyone want to hydrate?
I guess all of us.
I
don't
know some VTubers do it where everybody has to hydrate when the hydrate gets redeemed, and then some of them have like separate redeems for like a group hydrate where everybody in chat and in the group has to hydrate. So it depends on what you want to do.
I don't have it yet because I'm not an affiliate, but it's your call if you take those.
Okay, well, I
I've
guess
been
I
hydrating
drink the
'cause-
water.
I am drinking.
I've been drinking water since we started. Don't worry.
Ah,
I mean,
Okay,
I'm always
I
drinking
I might
booze,
get some
so
lemonade.
Booze.
I always hydrate anyway.
Wait, what sort of booze we talking about?
Nothing.
I'm on
nothing
bartender
special
duty.
right now.
Are you?
I can't drink. I'm on bartender duty.
Right now, I'm just
I
drinking
would like
beer.
some nice whiskey. I love whiskey. Whiskey's my favorite.
Whiskey?
Would you like it on the rocks?
No, I just have it neat.
All right.
Yeah. I
I kind of want alcohol right now, but I can't.
I like sweet mixed drinks, so that and Irish cream. Give me Irish cream
You
any
know-
day, and I'll be happy.
You know, this is kind of awkward because David can't actually drink liquor.
Oh,
Me neither.
what are you doing behind the bar?
Because
Hey, bartenders
wait,
can't drink on the job.
hey, here's the good thing about being behind the bar when you can't drink liquor: you're always sober.
A lot of my
can't
family
drink their
can't
own
drink
supply.
alcohol, so
Okay, so actually it was getting around to the final person. The final person and how I met them was Aurora Fortuna. I met her through MX Mofu, another VTuber.
yeah, Mafu's adorable.
Mofu is adorable. I actually forgot when we started like chatting in earnest. I saw you in there a few times.
I think it was about January.
January.
Or February.
Was it because
It was before I moved out of my old crappy apartment and was homeless for 5 months.
I think talking about Halo is what started it. I'm unsure. I know.
Oh, absolutely. We talked for like 4 hours.
4 hours straight of just talking about Halo. It was great. Oh man. So I'm actually gonna get around to the next question because I tangented there big time about views and drinking and yeah. Anyone? Hey, speaking of which, has anyone got their drinks ready for the New Year's Eve?
I don't have
No.
anything. I've got water. That's it.
My plan for New Year's Eve is to be unconscious.
Is to be unconscious.
Yeah, I am
I
completely.
If
thought
I
about
have enough money in my
buying
bank
alcohol.
account, I'll see about if I can get something to drink.
Hey,
I mean, we probably will have a
don't-
Moscato or something. I live pretty
I
close
don't
to
drink a
winery.
lot.
oh, show TV. Oh, I actually.
I get tired when I drink.
Hey,
You don't want a drunk stream with me. I'll fall asleep.
I just. I bet the theme song for our New Year's parties could be "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor."
I'll be first. I'll be first.
I mean, to be fair, like I live close to a winery, so I might pick up a nice bottle of wine from there.
Ooh, wine's nice. I like wine.
What wine did
Yeah.
you go for?
I go for Moscatos if I have to because like I like them sweet.
Yeah, sweet wines are way better than bitter wines.
Yeah,
I
get that.
agree there.
I mean, like, look, a good
better.
dry wine is really good for cooking with, but
I like sweet white wines.
I like my rosé wine a lot. Rosés
Rosés are good
great.
too.
I like a Cabernet Sauvignon, a Merlot.
You're a
Petite
red wine.
Syrah. Yes.
So I'm actually gonna go to question 2. So I want to first ask, how's everyone's year gone? And if you don't need to delve into personal things if you don't want to. That's not necessary, but yeah. So first with me, I actually had a really freaking good year this year, honestly. Between 2 really good video games that I was super into, Metroid Dread and the new Resident Evil game, Village. Had an absolute blast with a lot of games. Met a lot of friends. I suddenly have a bunch of VTuber friends now. I didn't really have that before, so that was incredible. I also finally left behind the job I hated that I was in for, what is it, almost 7 years, and now I have a job I really like now with a great boss.
Yay!
And also, this is my first year of doing VTubing, and I think I did quite well. I did alright on YouTube, but I want to move over to Twitch because it's got a few more things to, increase the audience interactivity. So I was like, yeah, I'll come over here for the point of rating people and all that sort of stuff. So have more fun with the chats. Still upload the VODs to YouTube though. So yeah, overall I had a great year despite the Rona. And yeah, I celebrated 1 year of marriage with my wife, so that was great.
happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary, my friend.
It was glorious.
Oh yeah, speaking of my wife, on New Year's Eve she's gonna be debuting on this channel. We're playing Simpsons Road
Guess
Rage.
who's getting fettered?
Yeah.
Not.
We were actually having a New Year's party that night, so I decided, you know what? She's new, she's shy. We're gonna do Simpsons Road Rage because it's short and sweet, so we can do a short and sweet stream together. Before we move on to Harry Potter, which is what she really wants to do because she's a Harry Potter fangirl.
And who's ready for me drawing the art for that? You guys are getting Harry Potter school uniforms.
I love you so much. Thank
In
you
your
so much.
respective.
Oh, wait. Sorry, wait. Which house are you guys in?
I'm Slytherin, she's Ravenclaw.
Huh.
What's everybody else's if they're into Harry Potter?
I'm Slytherin.
My
I'm
husband and I
Slytherin.
are both Hufflepuff.
I'm a Slytherdor technically because I've done the test twice and I got Slytherin first and then Gryffindor.
I mean, like, to be fair, the house that we live in, that we've been calling it Wombo Tough House for years, and I actually sewed a sampler to go on the door, which is basically like a wombat with a stubby.
Yeah. What was yours, Don? I heard you start talking, but
Burrito Supreme.
Burrito Supreme.
Burrito Supreme.
That's a good house. That's a good house.
House of
That sounds good.
Burritos.
It's the most delicious house.
Delicious.
It's a part of my gimmick to not understand like any pop culture references.
And Chiu, what you got?
Unless it's Mafia related.
I don't really know, to be honest. I would probably be Slytherin, though.
Yeah,
Probably.
we the Greens. What about you, Dave?
Gryffindor!
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
And-
The only brave one out of all of us.
no, being a
Hey, no, it's not brave. It's cannon fodder.
cannon fodder.
Difference between
mean-
brave and stupidity.
I mean, you have to think about it this way. If you're a Slytherin, in the 7th movie, you get locked in the dungeons, so while trolls are throwing boulders at the building, you're probably in the safest location.
I imagine us all just go
That's
down.
also true.
We go down to the dungeon bar and we just drink.
We drink
merrily.
potions the whole time, because the potions class is in the basement.
Get drunk and just drink all the potions while they go to war. Yeah.
Sounds like a fun time.
Yeah. So next up on the how your year has gone. Ozzy, how's your year been?
Well, I'm probably on the bigger ship and just gonna say simply that 2021 has been the single most bizarre year of my life.
Oh no.
Well, just with the whole Rona and everything, and just
Yeah.
I do not like being cooped up, which is ironic because I can actually do a lot of things home alone. Because whenever I'm not doing voice acting work, I do a lot of internet marketing, and soon my family and I are going to launch a new business venture. Still in beta,
nice.
so we can't really say anything for now. But yeah, that's an exciting opportunity. I just remember just going completely stir crazy for that 4-month lockdown. Yeah, it got pretty bad here in Australia for the American folks, where they just went full on. Okay, 4 months, don't do shit.
Here's the fun thing that I actually was so stir crazy. I actually set up a party like a Tekken party for when we finally got out of lockdown, and when we did, I had a pretty large turnout because everyone just wanted to go out.
Everybody's like, free me!
So we went and had a barbecue and just played Tekken, because I own the whole Tekken series now. Like every game in the series, physical copies.
Nice.
Alright, anything
A lot
else?
of good memories from Tekken.
Oh yeah. Fumi, how was your year?
Okay, so I have a mathematical word puzzle for you guys.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Fumi
no.
Math does not do good in brain.
Fumi
answer
has
is
6
42.
chickens at the start of the year. Fumi
Yeah.
buys 12 eggs. Of 12 eggs, 3 arrive smashed by Australia Post.
Oh no.
Of 9 eggs, 2 do not hatch. Fumi, now, of the ones that hatch, Fumi has 5 roosters and 2 hens.
Oh.
So many roosters.
The neighbors complain about the roosters, so Fumi consumes 2 roosters and sells 3.
Hi, Jade Vampire Queen. Which cutie are you talking about?
Of
Yeah, which
Oh.
one? There's a
Yeah,
lot
see,
of
5 of
cuties
us.
in here.
That's
There's
true.
5 of us in here.
I want to.
I have to say, it would
I
be
see a
Chiu.
very
Chiu was the
fluffy
cutest.
cutie. I wanna pat
Chiu is
Don's
the
head
cutest.
like fluffy mane because Don is
Apparently,
fluffy.
we're all cuties. We're all
Aw.
cuties. Yeah.
Yay!
So, of 2
So
hens,
no roosters.
1 randomly drops dead.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no.
Of the remaining hens, Fumi is forced to sell one of the original 6 because it will not stop being broody. How many chickens does Fumi have now?
Is that one?
5?
1.
I can't math.
The answer is I have made a net 0 increase or decrease of chickens, despite having purchased 12 eggs this year.
Oh no. Farmer's nightmare.
Because nightmare is like all of them are roosters and 3 of them are smashed. Ugh. So that's Fumi's year in a nutshell. Like, Fumi starts out with 6 chickens, Fumi ends with 6 chickens.
Hey, at least you made some good friends over the year, right?
So I am actually expecting another dozen eggs in the new year and with better packaging, and hopefully this time Australia Post will not stand at the top of my driveway and throw it down the drive.
Oh.
Make sure, like literally, it's fragile. There's eggs in there. Fragile box. Do not throw.
The box says fragile.
Handle with
live
care.
eggs. Handle with care. And the guy just throws it out the window as he's passing my house.
You're like, dude, read the box.
Oh, damn. That's Australian Post. Get your act together.
So yeah, that was the chicken update. For the bees, I have had 2 harvests. One
good.
harvest of 7 kilograms of wildflower honey, and another harvest of about 8 kilograms of rose and clover honey. And I should be getting another harvest on New Year's Eve.
Oh, Oh, I hope that goes well then. I saw the honey
Yep.
pictures. Post
I love bees.
Send me
I
honey
love
pictures.
bees. I'm so sad that I can't have bees because I don't have a yard.
You
Don't-
can have bees without a yard. I mean, it's more difficult, but it's possible.
It's more difficult.
Fumi,
It's also like like it snows real bad, so I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
I wouldn't be able. I don't know how to
Bees-
winterize them properly.
Yeah, you need to know how to winter your bees. At least in where I'm at, like wintering the bees just means downsizing the hive and then
Yeah.
putting a little shield on top. I don't actually have to like cart them
put-
into a heated warehouse.
I put them all in a
Yeah.
nice warm pair of pants and let them all pick up the pants and walk around.
Not the bees.
It's like, hey, why is there pants? Oh shit, those pants walking around are full of bees. What the hell, guy? You know?
is this like a mafia method, or is it just for giggles, or is it both?
Hold
It's
on.
both.
It'll scare your enemies definitely. They'll be like, what is with those pants walking on their own? Oh no, it's an army of bees.
Absolutely. I try to keep people guessing, and they really don't expect an army of bees to be masquerading as like a walking pair of pants. So,
and finally for crop news, beans were really good this year. I had managed to get the rare potato varieties that I wanted, but the yield wasn't as good as I liked it. So I'm gonna have to work on that. Oh, but garlic came up a treat, and I now have so much garlic.
Oh,
Garlic is amazing.
Yeah, I mean that is a staple, right? So I
Oh
do-
yeah, we
thank you for the follow, Jade Vampire Queen.
I grew like a whole field of it, and it turned out pretty good.
that's good.
Yeah. So all in all, not too bad, except for the chicken bit.
Yeah, chicken's kind of a bit of a disappointment there.
Thank you, Vampirica, for the follow. And honestly, I just like it because Fumi honey posts, and I like looking at the honey.
I post the honey, and then you watch it falling out of the into the
Yeah, like,
bucket.
like, send me honey pics. Oh yeah, honey.
Look, I do local honey door sales, so eventually when you make your way up here,
We'll do, Jade. Okay, so next up.
Mail me a bottle to the U.S.
I'm working on packaging to allow me to mail to the US. At the moment, it's difficult.
Wild honey's
Yes.
amazing.
It's just hard to because you have to package it in like plastic baggy things.
Yeah,
and
it's
you need
weird.
You need a special machine to seal the plastic baggy things so they don't explode. And
Yeah.
I don't have a special machine. I just have the bags.
All right. So next up, we got Don. How's your year been, Don?
Oh, it's been a year, I mean, it's had its ups and downs, I had some things happen and forced me to become a full-time Vtuber, and it's been a little bit rough because I am about, I would say, 9 months in now, and this was part of a 2-year plan to make a survivable living income as a Vtuber. But I've done quite well as far as growing and streaming goes. I just started, I believe, in April or let's see, March or April, and right now I'm almost about to celebrate 1,000 followers on Twitch.
Ooh,
And-
nice.
Very nice.
So
That is
So-
nice.
I've been very happy with the progress.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I've been working 14 hours a day, as it were, though, to get to that point. So I've been, putting in a lot of work through networking and work marketing and content creation, improving my channel and everything I could possibly do.
Funny thing, my chat is full of vampires right now.
All the
Yeah.
vampires right now.
Yeah, if you
The
need some
vampires
help,
and the
I've got
one
covered.
wolf.
I brought a few with me, and there's usually free roaming vampires, usually in most people's chats, as it were.
Well, now I got a vampires in my chat, and it's not even Halloween.
All the vampires.
Oh, the vampires.
You are outnumbered, Ren.
Oh. Hey, I'm used to being outnumbered. Cyborgs are usually outnumbered in this. Alright, so next up, Chiu, how was your year overall?
It's actually probably been the best year that I've had overall. I'd left a very dangerous job behind and became a Vtuber. So I've been having a pretty good year after that.
So you just been working on working your way up as a VTuber now, and
Pretty much. I mean, I did get a new job. Finally, I start actually next month as a production assistant for a TV station.
sweet.
Ooh, fun.
Very nice.
But most of the year was spent just kind of trying to learn how to VTube and stuff again.
Yeah. Hey, I was happy. I got to meet you, and we became pretty fast friends from there.
Yeah, I'm glad we met. You were probably one of the first people I met with when I started VTubing. And it's just a shame that the whole V-Stars thing imploded on itself, but at least I got to meet a lot of cool people out of it.
Yeah, that's the best thing. We got good friends out of it, so I'm happy with
Yeah,
that.
I really enjoyed talking to you a lot, Chiu, on that chat.
Yeah.
And Aura, how was your year overall?
Well, it's been a year. So, the beginning of the year was okay until about April when my mom and I had to move out of our apartment with nowhere to go. At the end of April, we had everything moved out and in storage, and come May, we were homeless for about 5 months. The first like week, we decided to go on, I guess, a little bit of a vacation to look around, see what states, how expensive it was to live where. So we went to like 12 different states. We went to see Mount Rushmore. We saw the Grand Canyon, Bryce Amphitheater, National Park. Went to Oregon. We went to Washington. We were homeless for about 5 months. We basically lived on my grandma's property for about
Jeez.
3 of those months, in a motorhome that had no air conditioning in 115-degree weather during the summer.
Yeah.
So it was a really rough summer. It was really hard on us. But things got better. We found a house in, I think, around the end of July. We started looking. We found a house, and then we bought the house. It took us until September to close on the house because the previous owners were just problematic, and they lied to us about stuff on the paperwork. So we're having to deal with that right now. So I had intended to be further into streaming and stuff this year, but it's been really rough on me this year. It's gotten better since we've gotten the house, though.
Yeah.
That sounds really awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a year. I got in a big fight with my grandma over the summer too. Leon knows about that. Like, it was bad. It was.
I was trying.
It was not a good year.
I was trying my best to be like as supportive as possible and help out where I could during that time.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're now in a spot where now I can just pay you to do art all the time.
Yeah, we should everyone throw money at Aurora so that she can make us art.
Yeah, do that.
Just throw-
Her art's
Throw
great.
money.
Trust me, it's great.
I do
need
have
help with
commissions
my
open.
redesign.
I'm gonna
I
take a
do.
look. I'm gonna take a look
I
at your
guess
at your
DM
art.
me your
Where's
It's
commission
on
sheet.
Oh, what
my
was it?
commission sheet
What were you saying?
is on my art Twitter. I will link it to you guys
Twitter
on Discord.
yeah, give us I can't find it. Where is it?
I have to post it.
Okay, fine.
There's a link to it on my Twitter as well in my bio.
Yeah, Chiu, you were saying something? I didn't hear it fully though.
Oh, I was just saying I could use help with my redesign, so probably will commission.
Aura's really good. I'd say she'd be a good choice. If you
I also want to start learning how to do making Vtuber models, live 2D models.
That'd be
So
lit.
we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Cause I want to make my own model.
That's sad. That's sad, Jade.
It's
Yeah,
so expensive. Yeah.
I'm.
It's rough. Being homeless is rough.
So I've actually been. Okay, so as it's pretty obvious, I've been pretty well off. I mean, yeah, I've got my own house. I live with my wife. We're great. I got a good job, and so I have this tendency of just throwing gifts at everybody with reckless abandon.
I wish I could throw money at other people, but chickens are expensive.
Yeah,
Chickens are expensive. My grandma wants them.
I mean, I grow heritage breeds.
Yeah, heritage breeds especially.
I think it's been joked in my Discord that you don't ever reject a gift from me because I'll just throw one in anyway.
I imagine if I denied a game you sent to me, you would just start crying. You just start bawling, and then you just try to keep resending it to me until I accept it. That's how I see it happening.
She's like, oh, don't send me a gift for Christmas. I'm like, oh no, you're getting a gift, Chiu.
I know.
I got 2 gifts for Christmas.
Like, you don't need to
I mean,
send me
technically,
anything.
I got a lot
And
of
then-
gifts for Christmas.
I was like, you don't need to send me anything, and the next day I know there was like 6 games in my Steam library.
You're like, wait a minute, what happened? Yeah, Leon bought me Pokemon Shining Diamond for Christmas, as well as sending me the entire Fear collection for the first 3 games, right?
Oh, that's the entire series, actually.
Is the entire series? Yeah.
Okay, to be fair, Fear is, in my opinion, the best first-person shooter ever made. So I send that to people. I'm like, you freaking play this because it is literally one of the best games ever made.
Fear is going to be a game that I stream once I'm finished with Spirit Hunter Deathmark. I have 1 stream left for that.
Yeah, I've been bugging Aussieroth for ages to play it.
I am so bad at anything that requires the ability to point and shoot. There's too many things going on the screen, right? Because you have to watch the other person's bullets, and then you have to shoot your bullets, and then it's just like Yeah,
Aussie, Dave, I have been telling you for ages to play Fear. Why haven't you played Fear yet? I literally sent it to you.
There's heaps of things I haven't played yet and I want to get into. But right now, top on the list is Metroid Dread.
Oh yeah, I also gave
That's fair.
I also gave Dave Metroid Dread for Christmas because once again I can't help myself.
So much money spent on sending people gifts, man.
So the answer is I need to get a throne and then just put a whole pile of chickens on it.
Yeah.
And
Have a
then
chicken
send
throne.
that to Leon, like chicken, gardening fork.
You just want a gardening fork, chickens.
Okay, I need a better pitchfork, let's face it. But otherwise, so
Leon's like, I'm thinking about getting a pet, and then over here we've got Fumi, who's like, I'll send you chickens.
Oh yeah, Leon, would you like chickens? I have so many chickens.
I shall become the chicken overlord.
No, you're already the ice cream overlord.
But you know, pet wise in Fumi's house, okay. I have 6 chickens, all hens. I have 4 rabbits, and I have about 20,000 bees.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is actually
The ever-growing number of bees.
this is actually a lesser known fact for people who don't like talk to me or interact with, in my Discord on the reg. I'm a big. I have a lot of ice cream. I basically have ice cream every single day, and my freezer is always full
He's
of ice
got
cream.
a freezer. He's got like an ice cream freezer.
Yeah, and so my Discord has come to calling me the Ice Cream Lord, and so yeah, that's actually part of the commission list to get Ice Cream Lord DarkTech drawn.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Like I'll be like Don, but with ice creams instead of money. Opening me.
Just ice cream cones.
Like
Should
an
I
ice
give
cream-
you should I
ice
give
cream
you a
yogurt.
crown that's like made of ice cream?
Why not? Actually, that'd be great.
Crown, right?
That would be hilarious.
Okay, you're getting an ice cream crown.
I can't even eat ice cream, or I'll just die.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not healthy for you.
Oh no, it's because I got
I would too.
I took a chair shot in the mouth from some kid in the Indies who had no idea how to properly give a chair shot. So now I have a lot of broken teeth and chipped teeth in my mouth because, you know, you work for a hot dog and a handshake, no freaking health insurance. So, you know, and when you're poor and you don't have good dental insurance, they're just like, well, we'll just pull out all of your teeth and give you dentures. And I'm like, but I don't want that. I'm young. Can't you just fix my teeth? You know? And they're like, well, no, we just want to pull them out and give you dentures. I was like, fuck you then. I'm just gonna have like broken ass teeth and never be able to eat ice cream or like gummy things without like severe amount of worry.
Damn, that's how horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was pretty lucky. I heal from most injuries quickly, and we got good health care over here, so I'm fine.
I have no health care because I don't have a job. And even when I have a job, I can't afford health care.
But
Welcome to the United States.
Yeah.
But I did.
I got no healthcare because I'm American.
I did.
Yeah. You guys have like the worst healthcare ever. I feel sorry for you guys.
It's bad.
It's
like,
really awful.
Like a capitalist wasteland, isn't it? Like just
Yes. It's Cyberpunk 2077 without any of the cool shit.
Yeah, and the cops still have that really bad AI.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't want to get too far into it, but I've had a strange luck with the body I was born with, because for some reason it's just a body that refuses to die no matter how much I hammered it when I was younger.
Yeah, well, that it doesn't come back and bite you, but still.
It hasn't though. Okay, this is gonna get dark for a
Wait
second.
until you get older.
This is gonna get a little dark.
Yeah.
I somehow survived throwing myself off a cliff.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty legendary, to be honest.
How tall was this cliff?
I completely forgot which one it was because I don't remember too well. That was a bad time in my life.
I mean, you probably hit your head, which is probably why you don't remember
But
much.
then there was also, it also
concussion.
led to this awkward thing where once when I had a lung surgery, right? So they put a drainer in me, and then they took it out for a day, saying like, "Oh, okay, we just gotta like take it out for a day to just to put a new one in later." And then the next day it healed so much they had to like redo the incision because my body was healing it too quick. I was a lucky.
Darn, I'm only a little jealous because con is my dump stat.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, my health is terrible. You want to pass that over here?
I wish I
Yeah.
could. I really do.
I mean, I am allergic to so many things. I am allergic to my own perspiration.
My wife has an.
Oh no.
So if I stand out in the sun, like when I do my farming, I have to wear like a bandana to soak up all of the sweat. Otherwise, I swell up like a blimp.
Oh no.
Yeah, I've been overall pretty lucky, so I'm happy about that. But I try to help others out because I'm in a pretty fortunate position, honestly. But yeah, my wife has an allergy as well, so yeah, I'm pretty used to it. Sucks because that allergy happened to be one of my favorite foods.
Is she allergic to her own body?
No.
I am also allergic to shellfish, peanuts, the ocean.
The ocean?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you get ocean water on me, I break out in hives.
Oh, bollocks.
Probably because all the fish and shellfish and stuff in it.
Fish, pig,
Sucks,
all the time.
Sucks really because Australia has some really good beaches.
Yeah, if I go to the beach after I have, like, if I go swimming in the ocean or whatever, after I swim, I have to go straight back to wherever I'm staying, sit in the bathtub and soak the salt water off myself for about 45 minutes.
That's terrible.
It's interesting because I love snorkeling.
That is most unfortunate.
Fun. Vampirika, I've actually never watched Tokyo Ghoul and know nothing about it besides what the main character looks like.
It's the one about the lion with all the money.
Everything is about the lion with
Yeah,
all
it's
the
all
money.
about everything's about the lion with all the money.
All things come back to lion money.
So next up,
Have you seen lion money? Like they actually have them in, like, you know, you can draw in some of the South African dollars. You can draw like a lion
wait,
by adding two
if
lines.
everything's about the lion, is that why does that mean that Enzo cameos in the James Bond films roaring at things?
Yes. It's a living.
Catch me in the morning, roar at things, get paid.
Absolutely.
So next one I've got. Anyone got a favorite moment from their year? I've got a. Well, of course, I'll bring up mine. Starting as a Vtuber, of course, was mine, but there's a lot of good moments for me from, you know, the great game selection. But I think, yeah, becoming a Vtuber and meeting all these new people was easily the highlight of my year. I've made so many friends, and yeah, I mean, yeah, the new job is amazing too, but I always like having more friends and more people to chat to, and it's been a blast, honestly. Ozzy, you got any favorite moments from this year?
Trying to think, actually.
I will be right back.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, that's sweet, Jade. I'm actually. Well, you think I'll just say this? Sorry. Last year, I actually moved in with. Actually, no, not last year. It was before the Rona hit. I was actually. I actually moved in with my wife like a month before the Rona hit, which was a blessing because when it first hit, we couldn't go out anywhere, so I ended up just being cooped up. But at least I was with my wife, so that was great.
That is a very good compromise.
Yeah. Any thoughts, or you just want me to move past that?
Well, going to Supernova again actually was quite a highlight. Seeing how they sort of
Okay, I'm back.
out there.
Wait, Supernova occurred this year?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, I clearly
it's-
need to not be under a rock so much.
We
Well,
gotta-
here's
know.
the thing. As soon as the Sydney Supernova ended, the Delta variant came on.
yeah, I know. We had to really
Okay,
lock up after that.
Maybe it's good that I didn't go to Supernova then.
Nah, it happened just afterwards, but yeah, I was so damn close.
Yeah. For you guys who don't know, that's a pop culture convention.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I was happy I got to meet.
I live in the United States.
Okay, so Supernova is like the Australian pop culture convention, and I used to go to it really regularly because I love cosplaying. But I think the last Supernova I was at, they had a wrestling ring in there.
Yep.
And then like I was doing
Ah.
something else in Artist's Alley and somehow managed to be collateral damage for the wrestling ring.
Oh,
And I
Oh,
got a
no.
concussion.
Oh no.
It was like I was off buying like some prints, and then I just recalled that my friend was like I just turned around my shopping bag and I see this huge wrestling canteen, and it was like hovering in the air, and I was looking at it, and then I realized that the reason why I was able to look at it in
Was it was
such
coming for
fine
you.
detail was that it was literally in the trajectory to hit me in the face
Oh
in
no.
0.5 seconds, which it totally did. And then I blacked out.
oh my god. I
Oh my goodness.
actually know that wrestling company. I've watched them a few times live.
Yeah, because I remember it was a big canteen, and I was looking at it, and I was like, wow, this is a really detailed canteen. I wonder why it's hovering in the air. It's like, oh, it's gonna bonk.
Oh no. I think they're called AWE.
AWE.
I know the owners and most of the wrestlers there, so I'm pretty familiar with the guys.
That was the last thing I remember, and then the next thing I remember is that I'm in the first aid station,
Yeah.
and I've come to, and there are just these massive wrestling dudes going, "We're so sorry, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Hi, where's my prince?"
Give me my prince back, you
my
bastards!
And you know, the worst part about that whole story was I didn't even get to keep the canteen that hit me in the face.
No, you
Oh!
totally should have gotten to keep the canteen that hit you in the face.
Somebody else grabbed it, and while I was being carted away.
Oh no! That was your
That's
Whoa.
terrible.
That was the end of my only experience with wrestling at Supernova was literally, oh, what's that thing in the air? Oh crap!
Alright. Those guys are usually pretty good. Well, they did at least apologize to you afterwards. They. Yeah.
I didn't have any serious, like I wasn't seriously hurt or anything. I just had like a vague concussion for a while, and then, yeah, they bought me lunch. It was great.
So yeah, it was good to go. It was at least good to go back to Supernova again. I actually met two pretty famous actors there, so that was fun. Josh Lawson, you guys might know him from the newer Mortal Kombat movie as Kano, but I've known him
Nope.
long before that.
Don't know it.
He was the highlight of that whole thing by just being painfully Australian. He won over the entire audience, apparently. And then also I met I can't forget his name all the time. Faramir's actor from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, David Wenham.
Yeah, because of what was going on, we only had people from New Zealand and Australia there at the time.
Yeah.
Couldn't get anyone else. Yeah, I was really happy. I was really happy when you finally got to move out of your parents and into your apartment, Red. Very well done. Alright, next up. Who was next on the ring list? I have to keep opening it up. Oh, it's Fumi. Fumi, any highlights from this year for you?
I guess the one highlight of my year was that since I've been working from home, I do also do office work from my house. I managed to convince all of my coworkers that in actuality I am a large grey rabbit. Every time we had face-to-face meetings, I'm like, I'm not gonna put a dress on and put my face on. I'm just gonna put the camera on my pet rabbit.
Your pet rabbit
And
is
just speak through the microphone. I have like a little suit for him as well, so he can wear the little suit. So
Hold on. I've got New Zealand talking in the chat. What are you gonna bring your sheep, UK? You gonna bring your sheep and try to outdo an Australian? Anyway, back to you.
what?
I've got to keep this rivalry alive between New Zealanders and Australians.
There's a rivalry. There's a rivalry between him and UK. Oh look, he just gave the cat smile in the.
I'm actually very worried he might actually be bringing a sheep army now.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna stay out of this.
Let's
But
get
yes,
the
I
emus.
convinced
I-
all of my coworkers that I am a rabbit, and
I love
and
it.
Achilles, the large grey rabbit in question, is very obliging. So when I ask him to raise his ear, he'll raise his ear for me.
Sheep
He's a
versus...
good boy.
Wait, sheep versus emu, who would win? Well, emu, of course.
Emu.
Those things are fucking
Emu.
tanks.
Emus always win.
Unless
They
they...
they
lost-
won it. They won
Australia
a war.
lost the
So
war to the emus. Okay.
Unless they're
Yeah, the
cassowaries.
emus literally beat humans in a war.
Cassowaries are like level 100 emus. Because they got a blade on their head now to make them even more. It's why I've referred to them as death birds.
The cassowary.
Yeah, cassowaries are
to be
death birds.
fair, a cassowary
tell UK
kid
to
will
surrender.
rip you open. They're like as close to dinosaurs as we ever had.
Oh,
Chiu, tell the UK to surrender. He'll only surrender if the maid commands it.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta order. That's.
Do it.
Done.
Stand down now.
Meow.
I like how you spelled meow. It looks to me like it's like French.
Hey, it's a proper way of spelling meow.
Fanciest meow I've ever seen.
Meow.
Fanciest meow.
Meows in French. Wait. Yeah. So you became a grey rabbit. Who's a worker. You were the grey rabbit
Yeah.
office worker.
Yeah, and then he lifts his ear whenever whenever I have a question or need to say something, I ask him to lift his ear and he'll do it for me. He's like, oh, Fumi's lifted her ear. She clearly has a question. And it's like, yes, because Fumi is secretly a large grey rabbit and not in fact a tanuki that farms.
Work goals become rabbit.
Yes, I am become rabbit.
All right. Next up, Don. How was your? What was your favorite moment from this year, mate?
Oh, geez, it's difficult. You know, I've had a lot of good moments. Probably one of my favorite moments was, you know, finally getting all of my rebranding and re-debut taken care of in October. When I first got this model and unleashed it into Vtuber space. That was definitely one of my favorite moments.
Your chin is very scritchable.
Oh, well, thank you.
Very head paddable.
But
I'm
yeah,
trying to
like, you know.
to the money orbit.
Well, we know what Fumi wants.
Everybody has a price.
Fumi wants more chickens.
Man, I wish you could do $1 million man laugh if you know 10 DBRC.
Look, the money is only a means to gaining more space and therefore more chickens.
Chicken.
Wait, quiet down. I want to hear that laugh again. Oh, I love it so much.
One time my buddy was having a stream and I cut that like he was doing this. My buddy is Major Freedom, and he plays this like 80s American like super America action hero guy, and he was doing like a July 4th like 24-hour stream, and I came on there in the middle of the night with a PNG, and I played like Dusty Roads on his stream for like 2 hours. It was pretty amazing.
American dream.
That's right, baby. Dusty Rhodes, son of a plumber, and I'm coming for you, Ric Flair.
I would actually just like to sit here and ask you to do wrestling impressions. They're amazing. I mean, I don't really do too many, but I do like doing Vince McMahon's Hell in a Cell. And,
That's pretty amazing.
And yeah, I don't think anyone here really gets those jokes about wrestling. Trust me, there's a lot of very funny jokes to come from it, especially from the owner of WWE with his, it was me all along, Austin.
Absolutely. We did a stream earlier this year, actually, where we just went through for 3 hours and watched some of the worst wrestling promos I could find.
I think it's great to watch Randy Savage when he does promos. The promos are like, what the fuck, but this is incredible because he's just insane. I mean, cup of coffee.
I'm the cream of the crop, Mean Gene. Oh yeah.
If you guys,
That was not very good, Savage.
even
actually.
if you guys don't like wrestling, I recommend watching some of the promos. They're just funny.
Oh, absolutely. It's great stuff.
Like, even the time when I think Callisto messed up Baron Corbin's name and called him Baron Corn, and then he stumbled, and then he went, "Oh god damn it, woo!" and then ran off.
Oh, I mean, he made that his whole career with the the good lucha things.
Good lucha things. I mean, at least he wasn't the Sin Cara, the one who botched all the time, but. Anyway, I need to get off that because everyone's probably confused about all these wrestling jokes.
Absolutely. General audience, entertain them. We can save the deep cuts of wrestling for later.
I should really invite you on board and play one wrestling game sometime. I think we'd have a blast with that.
Absolutely.
Chiu, any favorite moments from this year?
Chiu and AFK.
Oh, Chiu and AFK? Bollocks. Aurora, can you go then? I'll just get Chiu when she gets back.
My year's been kind of crappy, but I think the best thing that happened to me this year was getting a house.
Oh, yeah. I was expecting that. Going to Super P. Super P? Don's doing a Super P, apparently.
I'll come back to you.
Do you think he just pees money? Man, I really should stop, shouldn't I?
I don't want his pee to be in the chat. Take the oh, there's a puddle.
Is it like liquid gold?
Liquid gold.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, this was completely deviated, didn't it?
I'm not happy. I have a trauma.
Okay, so Chiu, I had to skip over to go to Aurora for a sec, but I was asking, what's your favorite moment from the year?
So I have a few favorite moments from the year. I think my first one is actually my birthday.
Who knows, said?
What? So for my birthday, I got kicked out of an Olive Garden parking lot. That was pretty fun.
How did you get kicked? I need the feel like this missing a whole story.
Details, Chiu.
There is a story to it. So basically, I asked my boyfriend out like a week before my birthday. And then because of COVID, I decided not to do anything at all. But he came over, or I met up with him at Olive Garden. And because it's COVID, they were only doing like takeout. You couldn't actually go inside to sit down. And I have a convertible. So we pulled into the parking lot of Olive Garden, got our food, put the top down, and we just stayed there until like midnight, until they kicked us out.
They're like, go home.
Yeah.
That's kind of romantic, actually. I
It
like
was
that.
super romantic. It was super romantic. We just sat with the roof down and enjoyed the stars above us, some wine and some pasta, until they kicked us out for loitering because we were there too long.
I mean, Yeah.
I mean, I mean,
It's cute, but at the same time, you were there for a couple hours from what it
Yeah,
sounds like.
we were there for at least a few hours, probably.
Aww.
Hey, at least you didn't get a
It was
ticket.
wonderful, though. Yeah, luckily we didn't get a ticket. They just kind of came up to us and they're like, "You've been parked here for too long. You need to go." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
well, I think it's still pretty sweet.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Yeah.
And then the other one would be being born into the Vtuberverse. Because
Welcome
this
to
is
the
actually
Vtuber.
it's actually my second time being a Vtuber, but it felt really good coming back into being a Vtuber again and meeting so many cool people again.
Yeah.
Putting my foot to sleep.
You're putting your foot to sleep?
I like to sit on my feet, so.
Oh, okay. I'm just putting an emote in here, which I think represents what's going on in the stream right now.
This is fine.
Wait, I'll put it over here. Yeah, just put
This is fine.
Oh yeah, I made that.
Yeah.
We're on fire, we're fine. It's great. With the exception of this puddle of pee that Don has put on the floor.
Hey, that pee's worth a fair bit, though.
I mean, is it really?
Is it?
Oh, man.
And I'm not even drinking.
Oh, this is
Me neither.
expensive pee. Alright, I should really maybe I'll move to the next one. So actually, I think Fumi might have already technically answered this question. But I was going to ask, tell me about your hobbies and any fun news about them. Like, that was just, like, I want to talk about, my gaming and stuff, but not everyone really does it like I do, so thought it'd be fun to do. And yeah, for me, Metroid Dread with the Metroid series coming back was a huge highlight, but next year it looks like we're going to get a bunch of new RTS games. I've also played, Resident Evil Village. I've bought way too many multiplayer games for people. So I play a lot.
I can't wait to go to war.
Oh yeah, tomorrow. For anyone who's interested, I'm grabbing I think it's about 7 people, and we're doing Dawn of War. We're having an end of year war on Dawn of War. Where we're gonna kill each other. It's gonna be great.
I'm still gonna lose, but I'm ready to go to war.
I'm actually gonna sit out the first 2 games because I've
Yeah, I
played.
haven't played Dawn of War in like 7 years, but I'm so down to try to play.
Yeah, I play.
Get my ass kicked.
I played too much, so I decided, you know what? I'm gonna sit out the first 2 games and just laugh at everybody else while they fight each other, the noobs. Yeah. I had a really good year of gaming, and next year's looking exciting with, the Advanced Wars remaster, which I've been dying to play. I want to play it so much. Well, so yeah, I've got some new tabletops. This year I found a new favorite tabletop in the Devil May Cry tabletop, which is, oh my god, so fun. I've actually pulled out to play it solo because it's that good.
Sorry, like a board game or like a role-playing game?
It's a board game. It's all about scoring points and kicking ass, which is what DMC's all about,
Okay, sure.
Yeah, it's a pretty amazing year. I also made sure to, finish off my Tekken collection, and I've had a great time hobby-wise this year. And now that, COVID's easing again, I can really get people back in for tabletops, and that's been amazing. Oh, Don, you back?
I am returned.
There was much chaos.
Welcome back. There was much chaos.
I put a fitting emote in the back just to kind of represent the stream.
DarkTech, you need to give Don a mop to mop that up, because I'm not sitting here with that there, okay?
Wait, hey, at least you're on the other side of the bar from him.
That's true, I'm on the other side of the table, but still.
How expensive is your pig? God damn it! I'm trying to
Yeah,
get
we
the
got some
subject.
questions about that in chat.
It keeps coming up.
Are we talking
You're
about?
out.
It depends if you're paying shipping or handling. If you're paying shipping and handling, let's make a deal.
Yeah, Leon was like, "Does he pee money?" And I'm like, "It's liquid gold."
Everybody has a price.
Is it like wine? Does it age? Like, does it get more expensive as it ages?
Yes.
Oh my god! I got
Just give the man a mop,
Listen,
okay?
listen. I've got some vintage 2016.
Somebody bring up a mop PNG with the transparent background.
I don't have one. Someone get a mop.
I don't think I have any PNGs of that. Which is sad because I'm a maid, so I should.
So, does that mean if you mop it up, it immediately becomes a really expensive mop? I can't!
Yeah, I don't have any mops. I've got a dunce cap though.
Alright, I have to try and get myself back on course.
I found one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Aussieroth, what's some news from your hobbies and stuff this year?
Well, I've been slowly but surely getting back into gaming as on a whole. God, I forgot how much I love that stuff. So, yeah, from good old Hyrule Warriors to a couple of old classics, to even Star Wars Old Republic, which I haven't been playing that much, really, in the end. Oh, sure, I check on it just to see what things are up to and whatnot. But, also just getting in contact with a fair few people.
Yeah.
Even started speaking to an old couple of mates, speaking to a couple of old friends from high school.
Okay,
It's amazing what they...
yeah,
it's amazing.
I'm gonna change the tone for 1 section and just play him and play
I put the mop in recording.
Alright, I need this thing. Let me save it so I can freaking. I just had this yesterday and Lovely in his stream and I'm like, yeah, I'll just play it. You know, I'm saying it right. I haven't seen Lovelina too much. Hold on.
I love Lena. Lena is amazing.
Yeah. Okay, I've saved it. Now I can clean stuff up.
Apparently, people keep sending you mop PNGs.
Everyone is sending me freaking mop PNGs. I don't need this many mops, people. What is going on? Do you really want to clean that badly?
I think it's a heist. I think they're trying to get it on the mop and then take it, sniff it.
Are we trying to make a Mopia?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's the mop.
No.
Wait,
No.
I don't care. I'm gonna make terrible puns. It's required in here. There, now I can get to them. There's my mop. Come mop, we clean.
Do it, mop. Do it big.
So wait, it'd be like.
There you go.
Okay, that's enough mopping.
Don't come over there with that, okay? Just keep the puddle over there. I am on this side of the table, and I'm staying away from that.
I'm staying out of the mop situation.
I'm telling you, even diluted, it's worth money.
Clean. Alright. So yeah. Next up, Fumi. You kind of already answered the question on hobbies and stuff, I assume, unless you got something else to say about it. Oh wait, Fumi's muted.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, Don, you want to take it? The question.
All right.
How funny? tell me about your hobbies and any fun news about them.
Hang on, sorry, I forgot to turn myself off mute.
Oh my god! Can we get? All right, Fumi will go first, then we'll get you done.
Sorry, Don.
You're fine.
But yeah, I'm not only a farmer. I only gave you the farming report, but this year it's been pretty bad for me for one of my hobbies, which is tabletop role playing games, because all the role playing game conventions were cancelled.
Oh.
So that was disappointing. But in other news, I have rediscovered my sewing machine, so I've been making a whole bunch of like bags and purses and stuff for friends, and I might sell a couple.
Teach me to sew. I have a sewing machine. Teach me.
Oh, sure. At some point, I will be doing some live sewing videos on my stream, so you can see how things get cut and sewn together. So that will be a thing.
Hey.
Yes, good.
Yeah, but I'm not making any clothes except for children's clothes because like dressmaking is a whole nother ballgame, as I'm sure Chiu knows.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, just I can't dressmake to save my life. Like I mean I've made one dress, but like it's not an easy task,
I'm usually
It
too
takes
lazy
a lot
to
of
sew
time.
myself, so I just have my friends sew for me. But I know how to sew. I'm just too lazy.
Are we all?
So yeah, as far as video games goes, Shin Megami Tensei came out, and I like it, but I still think it's not as good as Nocturne.
I liked Nocturne. I haven't played the new one yet, but yeah, I was mainly hyped for it because Dante was in it. I'm a Devil May Cry fan, so it's just how it goes.
But I mean, I've been a big fan of the Mega 10 series since it was, on the PlayStation. So, yeah.
Alright, Don. You can go now.
Oh, cool. Okay. I don't know. I don't have any hobbies. I mean, like, I used to play video games, but then I became a Vtuber, and so now I don't really play video games for fun any longer, because like once you become a Vtuber, like at least in my experience, it's always been like there's always like a nagging freaking thing in the back of my mind saying, oh yeah, freaking you shouldn't play this, you should save it so it will be content.
I've had that feeling myself, but that doesn't really affect me considering I usually just save games I haven't played yet, but I've played a lot of games in my life, so it's easy for me to go back and touch things that I don't want to play on stream.
I played all of my games are so old that I play on stream that like I can play them like whenever, because I've already played them like 10 million years ago.
There's also not a big market for like stuff that I play, like grand strategy games and things like that. Like I play things like Crusader Kings and Mountain Blade and things like that, and there's not like a big popularity thing for those.
Oh, Crusader Kings!
Yeah.
I get a good laugh out of that because I installed the Yoda Scream mod, so every death is just the Lego Yoda Scream.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Change the horrifying sounds of their deaths and just make it sound great.
That is quite epic.
I'm gonna try out Hearts of Iron though. I've owned it forever, but I haven't played it yet. Yeah, so that's it. So not much on your end, hobby-wise.
Yeah, not really. I mean, I have other hobbies and stuff. I just haven't had time for hobbies, you know? For me, VTubing has been a full-time thing, and like, just desperately trying to get popular enough to even like be compensated the minimum wage for the amount of time that I put in can be, you know, a full-time job on its own, and I often fail at that. I know I'll get there eventually, but I just keep fighting because, you know, this is my job, and you know, it's what I do, so I spend all of my time doing that.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's supposed to become you hope to live on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chiu, how about hobbies on your end?
Yeah. I have a lot of hobbies. Too many hobbies, probably. But like my favorite ones would be like cosplaying. It's really fun. I like to like dress up a lot, and I used to go to conventions all the time. Sadly, since COVID is a thing, I haven't gone to any conventions because I don't feel like getting sick. Other than that, like photography, anything like photography related is a huge hobby of mine. And then like car stuff would be a good hobby too. Oh, model kit building too. I build tons of model kits all the time. I actually want to do some streams where I build model kits on stream. I think that'd be fun.
That'd be fun. I mean, I haven't played for next year, but I'm saving that for a later question. Anything on the gaming end besides crap I throw at you?
I mean, I've actually bought a lot more games this year than I've ever bought before. I think part of like what Don was saying, like you get it so you can make content out of it.
Oh yeah.
Because I actually used to be a game developer, and then I had a falling out with that. And I stopped playing games basically until I became a Vtuber. So started to get back into games again. And a lot of it has just been like, what would be fun to play? What can I get good laughs out of? So I try to find stuff that would be like a good way to get laughs.
Yeah, I look for that sort of stuff as well, but I also try to bring in games that actually interest me a lot in my content, because I love talking about facts in video games. Alright. And last one, Aura. On the hobby side, what we got?
I mean, my hobbies are pretty limited to, I do some gardening stuff. I do a lot of art, as you can tell. I do sewing occasionally. I just managed to pull my sewing machine out. I need a table for it before I can use it, but this year I managed to save up some money to buy myself a new art tablet for digital artwork. And I'm so happy I did. My previous art tablet, which was a Wacom Intuos Pro, it lasted 13 years.
And then it went Kaputski finally.
13 years. And it started having loose USB port issues. And unless I want to take the thing apart myself and resolder it, there's no fixing it unless I send it into Wacom to fix it, and I don't have warranty on it anymore.
I was really happy I helped to get that tablet thing along.
Yeah, it's so nice. My new XP pen tablet is amazing. I love it.
How do you like the software for XP Pen? Because I use Huion, and I hate the software for Huion.
Yeah, I had a Huion tablet. I used it once and didn't like it. XP Pen, I like it more than Wacom. It feels a lot smoother, and it doesn't have as many pen disconnect issues.
I had to go in there because I started off with Wacom and I hated it personally. I didn't like Wacom, so then I got the Huion, and I have two of their tablets. But when you have two tablets plugged in, it hates it. It only wants to do one tablet at a time.
I think that's just typically what computers want to do. I don't think computers really want to use both tablets at once.
They're just lame.
Yeah. Unless you specifically set one as like if it's a display tablet as like a screen.
I was under the impression that the Wacom was like an industry standard.
It is. It is
Yeah.
considered the industry standard, which makes it really expensive. They're a lot more durable. Like they're heavier. They're more solid. However, XP Pen has better software compared to the hardware. Compared to Wacom, in my opinion, from what I've seen, it runs smoother. It's easier to use. Wacom is the industry standard because they have tablets that can last longer. Like you could drop it 1,000,000 times and it's not gonna break. Which I certainly
And it's
did.
made of
with mine.
Nintendinium.
Yeah. I think my Wacom lasted like 10 years, 10, 11 years until I gave
Oh,
it away
wow.
to someone else.
Yeah,
That's good
Wacom.
value for money.
Wacoms last forever. Yeah. But the XP pen is really nice. They're really cheap. They run really well. Like XP pen, my XP pen tablet was like $120 on sale for Black Friday.
Nice. Did you have to fight
Like-
old ladies?
I did not because I ordered it online. Shipped same
Oh,
day.
Nice.
Is it one that has a display on it or the no display?
No, I don't really like the display tablets because I have my tablet on my lap when I draw and I don't want to be craning my neck.
I feel that.
So I don't have a display tablet because my desk is not big enough to have a display tablet because I have both my
Ergonomics is
laptop
important.
and my desktop on my table. There's no room for a display monitor.
I know so little about this art stuff.
I would like. Okay, I know this has nothing to do with anything we were talking about, but my husband just came home and gave me a kiss and like a giant box of Lindor Boxing Day sale chocolates.
Oh, nice.
Sweet.
So, best husband
Chocolate!
ever. Shout out.
shout out to my husband, chocolate.
Good job.
Be a good husband.
Share?
Good husband.
Now give me some.
But yeah, I got a new art tablet and that's really nice. Hobby wise. What else was there hobby wise?
I mean, I did pass you a lot of games to try out, so.
Oh, I do a lot of tabletop RPGs as well. I'm currently doing a D&D 5e and a Shattered campaigns right now, but they've both been put on hold. I don't know why the D&D one's on hold because I now have internet and stable. Now it's just scheduling, I guess. But my Shattered campaign was put on hold because one of our team members was diagnosed with cancer.
Oh.
Oh, I'm
Um,
sorry.
What
Cancer's
is it when
terrible.
what is it when it's in like the bones?
Leukemia.
Yeah, he has leukemia, but he's recovering. He's doing good. He just had a graft done. So he got a bone marrow transplant. And he's getting better, which is really nice.
Cancer is awful.
It really
It
is, yeah.
awful. Yeah, of course. Damn.
0 out
Yeah.
of 100 points. Do not recommend.
0
Yeah.
out of 100. We're not
Yeah,
trying.
but he's lucky because he got his leukemia noticed pretty early because he was like, my leg kind of hurts. I don't know why. It just is really painful. And I'm like, go to a doctor. And he's like, I don't want to go to a doctor. I'm like, go to a doctor.
Oh, good thing he did then.
So he
Yeah.
went to a doctor and he thought it was just going to be a little like maybe I pulled a muscle. And he's like, so guys, I have leukemia. And I'm like, I told you you need to go to the doctor.
This is not the best. Not the best. The ending, but at least he got treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got treatment in time. The leukemia hadn't spread anywhere, so
Do you know for I think it was over 10 years up until I was 18, I had hydatid cyst in my left lung, and I actually, despite all the pain I would get in occasionally, I didn't ever get it checked. And then just one day, when I was 18, when my friend said, "Seriously, get that shit checked. You've been having the same pains for 10 years." Found the hydatid cyst, and yeah, I found that. Oh, hey, you know, if you had a smoked or this thing was agitated anyway, it could have exploded and killed you instantly.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I
And that's
had...
why you go to a doctor.
Yes, that's why you go to a doctor.
I mean, it was so impressive what was in there. It was about, the cyst was about the size of an orange when they got to it.
Ooh, nasty.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was basically a kill shot if it ever went boom.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was my hospital experience. It was weird.
I haven't been to a hospital since I was an infant for been admitted. My brother got sick and he got me sick when I was like a baby, so I ended up having to be in the ICU for about 2 weeks. But other than that, I've been pretty healthy.
I mean, I had the lung cancer a while back, and it was horrible, and I do not recommend.
I can imagine.
Also not recommended liquid diet for a whole year. Bleh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so to this day, I cannot smell a vanilla milkshake without feeling like,
You're gonna puke.
Ooh, that's rough.
Yes, can we?
Yeah, because vanilla's awesome.
Yes, Stan.
That's
That's
probably
a
gonna
valid.
be me soon,
That's a
sadly.
That's a valid point. We need to all stop having
Yeah,
near-death
yeah.
experiences.
I mean, that's just life, though. Sometimes it throws you a curveball and hits you hard.
just like just after I graduated and I was on my first job and I was like working, and then suddenly I sneezed a whole pile of blood out, and I was just like,
Oh, yeah.
that's not right.
And to the doctor.
To the doctor I go. He's like, oh, you have lung cancer. Oh, fantastic. I've never smoked a day in my life.
I'm actually. I think we should. I'm just gonna get through the rest of these questions because I think we should be wrapping up soon.
No,
Absolutely.
we should stream forever. Ah!
No, 5-hour stream. Let's
Fumi,
go.
Fumi,
Oh,
these
The
yeah.
life
aren't.
is not home.
Go on for an 8-hour stream.
Fumi, these aren't all Australians. Their time zone's very weird compared to us.
Yeah, it is good.
Oh, please. I went to bed at 3 o'clock this morning.
But maybe Don actually has a regular
I
sleep
am
schedule.
back on the
Vtuber.
I'm
I
back
don't
on the
know.
Australian
No.
sleep schedule.
No, when this is over, Don's got to go do his own stream because Don's got to make us some money.
I wonder if you should just start the stream and I can just raid you. But in the end,
Ooh, this went from chocolate to death.
Tell me when you're going and when you're going to end the stream, and I'll start my stream around that time then.
yeah, we'll raid Don and then everyone can go follow Don.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. So the next one I've said, do you feel you have improved yourself this year? Is the second last question. Me? Yeah. Fuck yeah, I feel I have. I've made more friends. I feel a lot more happier in life, and I've got a job which makes me happy now. Other than really growing as a VTuber and having kids, because yeah, I plan to be dad tech by next year.
That's a good, noble thing, though.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I'm hoping to have children by next year, and yeah, beyond that, and growing as a VTuber, I feel like I've really hit my apex in life because now I've finally got out of the job I hated so much, so I'm really happy now. It's so good when you can turn up to work and you actually enjoy your job, and not only that, it actually pays well. So I'm really well set there. So I'm really happy, and yeah, of course, yeah, I've improved. I've been improving every year since I almost died. So yeah.
More death. I mean, not more death. No more death.
Near death had a way of teaching me important life lessons.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, cyborg children. You know, my wife's a ninja as well, so there'll be
Ninja cyborg children.
children. I
Ninja
see no
cyborg
problems.
Pretty fast.
Sounds good. I mean, I think you can't go wrong there.
They're just gonna be perfect assassins. It'll be fantastic.
Yeah, I'll actually, yeah, just so you guys don't know, my wife's a ninja. So, yeah, when you see her on Friday, she's a ninja. That whole idea actually came around because she has a tendency of always trying to sneak up on me and scare me or tickle me.
And I encourage it.
Everybody bloody encourages it, and I suffer for it.
And like she'll come in the room and start talking to you, and like she'll push her way under your lap, and I'll be like, "Get him! Get him!"
So is it gonna be a thing of ninja cyborgs aliens or something like that? You have like
No,
a
we
long
don't need
list?
we don't need aliens. There's already too much chaos with just ninjas and cyborgs.
But weren't you abducted by aliens in your lord though?
Yeah, I was, but
Technically,
they're not really the
You're
part
an
of the
alien
channel.
cyborg
So
ninja.
I guess I technically am an alien cyborg then, but I'm not a ninja. That's my wife's job.
Is she an alien ninja or just like a human ninja, or is she a cyborg ninja?
Human ninja.
Human ninja.
Cause she pure. Yeah, so,
Master race.
So, Aussieroth, what about? Do you feel you've improved yourself this year?
Yeah, just basically being in contact more regularly with a lot of people. I became a lot less antisocial somehow. Like, sure, it was all through Facebook, Skype, and Discord and whatnot, but I started to reach out to people again.
I love doing that, and you can never not reach out to me, primarily because I reach out to you and be like, come on, we gotta hang!
Yeah, you kind of beat me to the punch, Dark.
I always beat you to the punch because I'm a talkative bastard and I get lonely easy. Ever wonder why I have so many collabs and multi-person streams? That's why. But yeah, I'm actually gonna say my thing of improving. It always feels so surreal these days when people call me one of the chillest and kindest people they've ever met, because it really is surprising. Because you look back a few years ago when I was a bastard and to now, and it just is so like 180 difference. Really incredible stuff for me. Fumi, do you feel you've improved this year?
Sorry, I was.
Oh, okay. Do you feel you've improved this year? And I'm not talking about the chicken situation.
I had a net zero improvement in chicken, so I don't see how that is an improvement. In terms of mental stuff, I did learn a new skill this year, which is wood carving. So that was an improvement. But in terms health-wise, I have packed on a couple more pounds that I'm very comfortable with. So possibly I need to do more It's not so much my diet that's bad, it's my exercise, because I just sit around. I know that farming is a muscly job, but once you've planted everything, you just water it every so often. So it's once you've done the initial hard labor, it's pretty easy. So I really need to get back into more regular movement. So in terms of my physical health has definitely taken a blow. But mental wise, definitely doing much better.
I think it is better to be happier, honestly. Just as long as you don't get too unhealthy,
Yeah, I don't want to get too unhealthy. I'm not, but I'm getting more sick more often this year. So I think with my lack of exercise, I'm definitely seeing some health impact.
My health also really did improve this year because of the new job, and I'm not stressed anymore because I actually started to gain weight because I was always angry.
Stress, yeah.
Stress and anger can actually make you pack on some pounds, and it did for me.
Yeah, stress weight.
Imagine spending all day at work and you just want to punch someone. That was basically me, 5 days a week pretty often.
Violence is not the answer, but the other thing is that I've actually changed my work structure. and now started working for not-for-profits exclusively. And I
nice.
feel a lot happier as a result because I feel like I'm actually contributing to like the goodness in this world as opposed to like working for a law firm, which I was last year, where I was contributing to overall misery in this world.
Well, that's a really nice thing. Glad it makes you feel much better though.
Yeah. So, you know, I think it's a net, like the chickens, it's kind of a net zero with a slight positive bent.
Okay. Don, you feel you improved?
Yes.
Don, the way your model just instantly gets a smile and his eyes open wide when I mentioned you, that was funny.
Yes, of course, I've improved myself this year. I've improved myself massively, and you know, I've been very happy with the progress that I have made as being a Vtuber, and you know, doing things like that. You know, I've met some very wonderful people that I like to hang out with and spend time with quite a bit, and I, you know, generally enjoy what I'm doing. No, yay for you, Vampirika. But I very much enjoy what I am doing, and I very much am very proud of the progress that I've made and the friends that I've met along the way this year.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. I feel okay. This is just a personal thing. I see a lot of like negative people, like a lot of negative takes on the VTuber community, and yeah, some of them are valid, but I do. But I've also found that the community is like really, really kind if you know where to look. You know.
Overall,
Absolutely.
the community is good. I think overall the community is good. It's just that
This is not a bad community to be in. I mean, there's a bit of drama. But otherwise, it's not
There's
too
drama
bad.
in any community, though. No matter what community you're in, there'll be drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Look at the wrestling community, for instance.
Look, nobody is actually actively on fire. So I think it's good.
You know, you talk about on fire, and I actually want that as a redeem. I want to have like an on fire redeem, and then I want to see if I can actually make it stack so I can have a fire is on fire situation.
Everything's on fire.
Because why not?
Why not have the fire on fire? That's
This
safe.
is fine. Make you a mug ass that just says this is fine.
Vampirica, we were in fact talking about Boober just before this show.
Actually, yeah, we were talking. Me, Chiu, and Fumi were talking about boobs before this show.
Yeah, we were.
Man, I missed out.
We shouldn't have been too late then.
Well, I had to eat dinner with my mom and my aunt.
You could have eaten dinner while talking about boobs.
But I had to eat dinner with my mom and my aunt.
Bring them into the
Called being
conversation.
social
They
with
have
my
boobs
family.
too.
But my computer is upstairs. They are downstairs.
Oh well, can't help you there.
Just invite them upstairs to be part of the conversation.
It was just fun because it was like Fumi giving Chiu boob advice.
I also don't have a table mic. I have a headset mic, so
Yeah.
unless you want crappy laptop noise and hearing my fan going in the background, it's not happening.
Look, Chiu just needs to take good boob advice from somebody who has giant boobs. Just saying.
But what about big asses? Because, you know, they can't lie, apparently.
I thought it was the
Big butt. Big butt cannot
No,
lie.
apparently butts and hips cannot lie. Apparently.
yeah.
And
Shakira.
I broke my favorite dress this year because it got
Oh
bigger down there.
no!
Oh no.
Like, why can't the fat go to my chest and not down there?
Hey, look. Having hips, I think, is really nice.
Can confirm.
Yeah,
I
my
was-
voice is not complain, but I'm still upset I broke my favorite dress.
I once busted a goth lolly dress because
That's what mine was. It was a Gothic Lolita dress, and it was my favorite dress.
Oh man.
Oh, no.
I couldn't get it over my hips anymore, and then it ripped.
Well, you can still repair that with a good.
Yeah,
like,
I can
cutter
sew it. I
That's
can sew it.
But
back.
if you rip up the front of your dress, which I have done once,
Yeah.
that's it was like a manga. Like I was trying on these dresses at this shop, and it was like one size fits nobody.
Oh, I hate those.
No.
You know those? And so like I went and I was trying on this goth lolly dress. This is like ages ago. And I put it on and I zipped it about up to my back, and I was like, okay, this is not going on. If I zip it any higher, it's definitely not going on. The woman's like, no, it's fine. It's one size fits everyone, right? Just breathe in. I'll zip it up for you. So I breathe in. She zips it up. And then there's this creaking noise, and then the entire front of the dress just busts open along the front seam.
You know.
You're like,
Oof.
what did I just say?
I'm just like, I'm not paying for this.
Well, now I'm gonna check out Rika because apparently Rika knows about the thigh game.
I'm like, I'm not paying for this. I'm not paying for this because, like, I told you it wasn't gonna fit. You zipped it up. It's busted now around the front and back seam. I'm not paying for this.
Yeah. Oh, I've lost my train of thought. I think.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
The train of thought was
So,
boobs.
so
boobs. Okay, so I think
we
I
were
asked
originally
Don.
talking.
I asked Don last.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Improvements.
Then
It should be Chiu's turn.
then suddenly boobs.
Sorry.
It's
my fault.
Big boob.
No,
Well,
back to
technically it's
Dawn.
chat's fault. And then Leon mentioned it, and then we got off track.
Yes.
Thanks a lot, chat. Sidetracking me, you bastards.
I know how your brain works.
Boobs is a perfectly valid topic. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I agree. It's valid. Valid to talk about.
So that's what you thought, alright, Dad.
Look, with goth lolly hips, right, Chiu, just you can put another petticoat in and then get some ribbons and stick it down the back.
Alright.
Be okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
I agree
It
with
just really
boobs,
upset me because it was my favorite dress, and I can't find it for sale anywhere.
Damn.
Oh, honey.
Yeah.
Alright, next. Okay, next was Chiu. I was asking if you feel you've improved yourself this year, right? That was
Improvement.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think I've improved this year. Because, like, I kind of, like, alluded to it, but I had a very dangerous line of work previously, and I threw away a very reckless life, and now I've been improving myself. I started going to, like, therapy weekly and other stuff, and I've been improving, I think.
Really happy for you. Nice. Make it
Yeah,
Very
hopefully
good.
next year's even better.
3 cheers for therapy. People should be not afraid to do it.
Yeah,
I would do it if I could afford it.
I have an
I
embarrassed.
actually want to use my platform as a Vtuber to kind of like bring more awareness to like mental health and struggling with like addiction and other stuff.
Yeah. I have I'm kind of embarrassed to say that I actually didn't do therapy till this year either myself. So yeah, I was.
Well,
Well, I used
What
to
matters,
go
mate, is that you
because
started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to go like once a month because I had to just for being on the hormone replacement therapy. But
Yeah.
after a certain incident that happened this year, everyone was like, you need to go more often. So I started going more often now.
Hooray!
And Aura, do you feel you've improved yourself this year?
That's hard to say because a lot of my life was put on hold for 5 months. And I was kind of stuck in a not really safe environment for that 5 months. Especially emotionally. So I don't really know if I've improved much this year.
Well, you're in a better environment to do it now, at least.
Now, at least, yes, but I still have to deal with my kind of abusive grandmother every now and then.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, so, because It's not often, but she comes to visit occasionally, and I kind of just lock myself in my room so that she doesn't drag me out.
And it's completely fair.
I don't know, like, it's hard. It's really just kind of hard for me to say that I've improved this year, and I've been so stressed and kind of just emotionally broken a lot of this year.
Well, I'm hoping that next year you can finally, start to get everything in order.
Yeah.
I'll be supporting you the whole way.
Yeah, I am. Got a lot to do. Got a lot to work on.
Well, you're not alone on that one, Dal.
Yeah. I am. I got a lot of things that I need to improve. I need to physically improve because I have to go to Ireland next year for my dad's wedding, and knowing my dad, that means a lot of walking, a lot of hiking, a lot of exploring. And I'm not physically active.
That sounds like a beautiful trip,
Yeah.
though.
I'm hoping it's good. I hope. I really hope it doesn't get canceled with COVID and whatnot, because I'm looking forward to it. It'll be my first time out of the country, and it's actually something that I'm actually looking forward to.
I haven't been to Ireland despite being Irish, so I'm curious to see how it is over there.
Technically, you're Australian because you were born in Australia.
I know, but I've got
a very strong Australian accent.
I know, but I've got a very large Irish extended family, so yeah.
Same here.
Yeah.
My mom got invited to Ireland when we were kids for some family reunion, but she didn't go because it was going to cost her $3,000 or something like that.
Pictures of the Giants Highway for me.
I don't know if I'll be that far north.
I mean, you could make that joke.
But we'll see.
You could make that joke.
We might be able to make it. We might make the trip because Ireland's actually pretty small.
In all honesty, it's just because I like the color green. That's why I've gone with the green in my color scheme heavily.
The color scheme is green?
Green,
He's
black.
green, black, and white.
Yeah.
With the brown hair.
Yeah.
Is it green?
Oh,
I thought it was red.
I didn't.
It's
I
green.
thought it was red.
To be fair, IRL, I do actually have red in my hair now because I got dyed.
I mean, to be fair, I'm also extremely colorblind and have not seen the color green for many years.
I am also colorblind, so.
And yet here I am.
Are you guys red-green colorblind?
Yeah,
I'm blue-green colorblind.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
fine.
red green.
Wait, Chiu, that means you can still see my green just fine, right?
Yeah, I can see your green just fine.
Good.
But I see red as green.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, end of that. I've got one last question for everybody. So
Is this New Year's
Okay.
resolution?
yes, it is
Well,
New Year's
after-
resolution.
After I answer mine, I will go and get my stream started. So by the time you wrap everything up, you can come raid me, and my countdown will be done and everything.
Yes, we'll crash through the ceiling.
Yes, crash to the damn ceiling.
Elbow
You
drop.
guys can crash down the ceiling, but I want to kick down the door.
Okay, you kick down the door. I crash through. I elbow drop through the ceiling.
I've decided I'm gonna be a cyberpunk detective. I want to kick down the door.
I mean, if you kick down the door at my house, I just warn you, there's gonna be a pair of slacks filled with bees that are gonna come and run towards.
As long as I don't care
Ooh,
about the
free
select bees. I like bees. I'll take them home.
Dumps the bees. No, my only weakness.
Y'all can have the bees. I'll pass on the bees. Y'all can have them.
Now, if it was a pair of pants full of wasps, you can keep those.
Okay, Sen has a joke about me breaking walls all the time because it just happens in the games I play. So apparently he wants me to come through the wall. Apparently I shall be the Kool-Aid man.
Oh
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, so got New Year's resolution. I've got. Mine is I'm gonna start doing some slight IRL streams, not actually with my face. I'm gonna be I've got a huge tabletop collection. So I really want to involve that in my streams. I want to move on to also doing review videos, because my heroes for entertainment are actually Mandalore Gaming and like Seth Tezentak and G-Man. So I really want to try and do content that like reviews like what they do, because God, I love them so much. So, and of course, yeah, other basic things such as some model upgrades and some new backgrounds and such like that. So that beyond that, it's basically just I really want to move into reviewing and doing tabletop streams.
IRL ice cream stream when?
Actually, I mentioned that. I think I've got a few.
Ice cream review stream.
Hey, wait. I'm actually really close to being affiliate. I've actually got the numbers and everything now. What about when I hit affiliate, we do an ice cream stream?
I mean,
When you're officially affiliate.
Yeah, I'm officially an affiliate.
You should hit affiliate by like tonight or in the morning.
Yeah. If I do
Yeah.
it, alright, then after the New Year's stuff, I'll like immediately try to organize the ice cream stream where I'll just stock up my ice cream and then put a freezer right next to my computer desk and just tell my wife to fill it with whatever the hell she thinks, and then I'll just pull out and get surprised myself.
Can make you an ice cream.
By the way,
You can call it the ice stream.
ice stream.
No.
Be afraid though, I will likely end up with a massive sugar rush by the end of it.
Like the stream gets faster and faster towards
The
the
stream
end.
gets faster.
Not gonna lie, that would be fun.
My only concern is the cursing might increase if I get a sugar high, so I'm gonna be cursing a bunch while eating ice cream.
Is that a bad thing though?
Oh, I don't know.
I just can't wait for Leon to be like, man, this ice cream's good. Man, this ice cream's good. These ice cream are all good.
Expect a lot of innuendos just to spice it up, because there's a quote from Homer Simpson which I'm definitely going to use on my stream.
Spicy.
Oh yes, yes.
I like making homemade ice cream.
Fuck.
I wish I could visit and just make you like random ice cream flavors that you wouldn't get at the store, and see what happens.
Oh, you want to review? I review your ice cream.
Yeah, I'd love to make an ice cream for Leon with my honey and then make him review it.
Yeah, honey ice cream.
Well, you
could you could do like an ice cream machine making review. Like there's like different types of ice cream machine, like ways of making ice cream.
That's good. I'm gonna have the most nichest freaking category ever. It's gonna be like, oh, I've got like games and tabletops, then just ice cream. That's
ice
it.
Cream.
Games,
yeah. I was thinking like you
ice
could do like a
cream
blindfolded
stream. I
ice
see no
cream.
problems.
Could do like a blindfolded ice cream
You gotta
test.
distinguish yourself from the pack, right?
Yeah.
You gotta make yourself unique.
This means when I put my next I get my next background drawn, I really need to make sure there's a freezer in the back there somewhere. A really big freezer. This is where I store the real gold. The ice cream.
Not all gold is made out of Mr.
Gold.
Godsky.
Alright, New Year's resolution for Aussieroth.
Just overall get healthier, get more active, and just get things going, both with my internet marketing business and with YouTube.
Oh, good. Oh wait, how many subs are you sitting at on YouTube right now? Anyway, I'm just curious.
Nearly 3,300.
Nice work.
Cheers. I want to see if I can get anywhere between twice to thrice that by year's end.
Let me see. Imagivotion.
Probably more than that.
Yeah, 3.39. Really good work, mate.
Oh, cheers.
Congratulations.
Absolutely, that's good work.
Much obliged.
Should you know what? At the end of the stream, I'm probably just gonna put a link list for everybody down. Probably just to help out.
For our Twitches or our streaming sites or
I reckon I could just tag you guys on the message, and then I'll just put your links down below in the comments. So I'll just put a links.
Right.
For everyone's Twitches and Dave's YouTube, because that's his main platform.
Right.
Much obliged.
You.
Okay. So Fumi.
I would like to, other than the usual get healthier, I would like to complete writing a light novel. Like,
me too.
If the guy from Redo from Healer can write a light novel, then I can certainly do so.
Valid point.
I can't draw, but I'm sure I can find an illustrator.
Oh
Hit
yeah,
me up,
they're
illustrators who want to draw stuff for me. You will be paid money.
Oh, message for everyone: pay your artists.
Yes. Do
Unless
not skip out on paying your
to
artists.
actually collab with me, in which case you will not be paid money, but you will be paid in other services. So there you go.
Pay me in honey.
Pay it, honey.
I can pay you in honey. That's not a problem. I have so much honey. It's actually surprisingly difficult to convert honey into cash.
And you convert it to gold?
Wait, so
Liquid
I guess
gold.
we can make the Dawn drink it all.
the dog can drink all the honey.
Turn it into liquid gold.
And then pea gold.
So what's this? So Don's the money lord, I'm the ice cream lord, and Fumi's the honey lord.
I'm not lord of anything. I am just a farmer.
You're the lord of chickens.
Lord of chickens? Look at all those chickens. Don, what you got New Year's resolution, mate?
My New Year's resolution. Oh yeah, Hulk Hogan. I remember way back when the mega powers were bonded, yeah. You made a lot of promises to the Macho Man, didn't you? Promises you didn't keep. I remember one specific one, yeah, that you promised Elizabeth would never be in a dangerous position. Well, you broke that promise, didn't you, Hulk Hogan? And who had to come in and make that critical save? The Macho Man Randy Savage covering for Hogan again. Hulk Hogan, I only come down to your matches when it's absolutely necessary. When you're down and out, that's the kind of rules I play by. Yeah, but you play by different rules. Yeah, you gotta get in your grandstanding and your hot dogging, yeah.
What just happened?
That was
Really?
that was a Randy Savage promo in its entirety. I am very impressed. Goddamn, I need to do a wrestling stream with this guy.
That is my New
Answer
Year's
the question.
resolution, to do more grandstanding and hot dogging, and to improve my numbers. I want to hit partner next year for sure on Twitch, and then negotiate my contract so I can also not have to have exclusivity to them, and I can have a YouTube partnership as well, and see what else I can do. Maybe grow my Discord community up to getting partner status.
Wait. Well, you could say, Cons, that maybe Don's going to have a savage New Year.
Absolutely.
The puns are going wild this stream.
Pun Mania is going wild!
We're feeling really punny right now, okay?
Oh my goodness, yes, but I plan on working harder, getting further, getting more done. I plan on getting some other variants. for my Vtubers, like my outfit and things like that, and plan on being able to invest a lot more money. I plan on getting out of my personal financial destitution and getting back on track to where I can be back investing more into my streams and things like that. So, very, very much.
I'm really hoping to see you, mate. I'll try and be along to help out as best I can.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Chiu, New Year's resolution?
Yeah, I guess my New Year's resolution.
I'm gonna go start my stream real quick.
Okay, let's all say goodbye to Don.
Alright.
Then. See you, Don.
Okay, Don.
We'll be
Hey,
right.
Don, we'll be there. We'll be right there.
We'll be right over,
Thank you
Don.
there for having me. I will see you soon. Thank you for the opportunity, and it was an absolute pleasure to meet all of you. I've added all of you on social media. Let's keep in touch and be friends.
Yeah.
That wrestling
I see
stream.
you soon.
That freaking wrestling stream. We're doing it, mate. I'm gonna do it next year sometime.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Arrivederci, and I'll see you at presto, my friend.
Yep, see you shortly, mate.
Sayonara.
See you then.
Don, a moment to poof.
Oh, he didn't. Oh, his model's still there though.
Oh, still there? Oh, I can drop it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his model's still
yeah.
there.
Oh, let me drop it. Okay, there we go.
But as far as like my New Year's resolutions go, I want to continue to improve my health, mentally and physically, as well as improve myself as a VTuber. So I need to start doing 2 YouTube videos a month. That's kind of my goal, is 2 videos a month. And I also need to finish writing my light novel based on my lore.
Go on.
Well, for my light novel for my lore based on my life. Yeah, I guess that's kind of my resolutions. Just improve my health physically, mentally more, and improve myself as a content creator, and get more content done. I also need to get my redesign finished at some point.
I'm looking forward to all that. Just
Yeah, it'll be great. I have a whole new model, I have a light novel for my lore, and all kinds of other cool stuff planned.
Alright. Well, I'm hoping that all goes well for you, and yeah, I'll be there. I'll just be there, and I'll keep bringing you into collabs by kicking and screaming.
Hell yeah. Ah, and don't forget my wife's stream as well. She's actually starting to get bigger and bigger on Twitch these days, I think.
She started a bit, but she's only like really just started, and David's wife is now streaming, but she's still having some scuffiness as a new VTuber, and that happens when you're a new VTuber, you know? Shit breaks.
Yeah.
Even when you've been a VTuber for a while, shit still breaks, just not as often.
It's not VTubing if there's no scuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
And, Aurora, New Year's resolution.
New Year's resolution. Well, I have quite a few. Like Chiu and like my neck hurts.
Cool.
Like Chiu and Fumi, I am also writing a book. I'm writing actually a couple of them. I've got 2 books that I'm working on that I really want to finish next year. World building is not my specialty. But I wanna finish those. I wanna use my sewing machine more this year. I wanna sew more. Finish all of the commissions that I have lined up for Leon. The wall of commissions.
Can't help myself.
Yeah. Then I want to work on my physical health and mental health next year, and I want to start streaming more often. I want to stream a couple times a month.
Just an aside about that. I was actually thinking of paying for a commission from Mafia because it's relatively cheap and at least it would give you some sort of model.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd help out. I mean, it's not like the top tier models, but it's a good way to start. And at least it'll move and everything, you know.
I mean, I still have my PNG as well that I've made.
Oh,
And I really like my PNG.
Okay.
I do want to get a model from Moth, a little scuff thing from Moth because I love her art style. It's really cute. I think Moth mostly does PNGs though,
Okay.
so it would basically be the same thing as what I have, except for it would be a Moth style. Might have like blinking. I don't know how to do blinking.
Just a second. Carns, I don't think that's gonna stop. You're gonna get rickrolled more, in my opinion.
If you're creating more chaos, you're getting rickrolled more often. That is just the law of chaos. Maybe if you cause less chaos, then you'll get less rickrolls. But if you cause more chaos, you get more rickrolls. It's your punishment.
Yeah.
This is the law.
Actually, I noticed I forgot to say something. It's a bit of a tease. I'm not going to say exactly what it is, but my channel might not exclusively soon be the one Vtuber.
Oh.
And that's just...
Yeah.
That's
Just little sneak peek.
little sneak peek.
Little bit of a heads up. Most of the people on the server in the VIP lounge know.
Yeah.
On Discord. But it'll be fun. I can't wait. But yeah, my resolutions are just to kind of get through things, help out around the house a bit, get a job that actually pays money
Yeah,
weekly.
I hope it gets there, but when you do start streaming, I'm going to keep my eye on you, because I'm going to try and raid you, because I want you to get big. I want you to get bigger. Well, technically I want everyone to get bigger, but
thank you.
yeah.
Smacked my mic.
I mean, I am already quite large sized, so I'd like to slim down a bit more.
I would...
I need to get rid of my stress fat from summer.
You know,
Build some muscle
Y'all
up
can
so
give
that
it to
I'm...
me.
you know, this is
I kind of need the weight.
You know, this is only my my third week on Twitch. Really, I think it is. I was on YouTube a whole bunch before this, so hitting it basically.
I mean, you did bring a pretty big, a pretty decent sized Discord server over.
So
Yeah.
So it's not surprising that you got your numbers pretty quick. Since you already had like an established server and what.
yeah, it helped. It helped a lot. I hit something like in the first stream that apparently a lot of streamers I've heard struggle with, which is getting like, you know, average viewers, which is I hit that in the first stream and haven't dropped it at all.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Right,
guys, for always coming.
Yeah.
I have
It was a lot of
enjoyed
fun.
our time together.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, it was really fun.
I'll say.
I'm totally down for more of these.
Yep, so Lorenzo's now live. We're going to go break into his house really shortly, but shove it. Oh yeah.
I'm prepared to kick down the door.
I'll break the wall then, Transcension, just to make you happy.
You guys can have the wall. It's kind of harder to break through than the door.
I'll just follow along behind you, Aurora, because I'm not a
Okay.
big fan of violence. So you break down the
Okay.
door, I'll just walk behind you.
With
yeah?
the honey?
That works, yeah. You calm the bees.
Yes,
You're
I
the bee
can calm
person.
the
You
bees.
calm the
That's not a
bees.
problem. I've got my suit and everything, and a smoker.
I'll just stand there and look
Awesome.
cute and meow.
Meows.
Meow.
Chiu does the magical girl pose in the background.
Yes, exactly.
And then there's just all the freaking animated light shows that usually occur with an anime girl transformation. I would, if I had the skill to animate.
Quitting time.
If I had the skill to animate, or I could get someone to animate, I would actually fucking get someone to animate Chiu and magical girl transformation.
That would be awesome.
From a maid to a totally different maid.
It's like it's more like
Still a maid, but different.
still a maid but different. Chiu gets like the headband and like the apron and there's a lot of frills.
Yeah.
Just like
From maid to slightly frillier maid.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
All right, well, I'm gonna I'm gonna pack this in now. So yeah, thank you so much for coming. It was a really, really good stream. I was actually amazed I managed to get this many people on. Honestly,
It was nice to be here.
yeah,
It was fun.
yeah, it was
Oh,
wonderful.
that's good. Hey, Darker.
Oh yeah, I really do have to call up with all these other people another time. Fumi, it's most likely just gonna be only chatting streams because Fumi mainly plays all the old stuff. So
Hey, look, if I figure out how to allow us to play a SNES game together, I'd love to play like one of the mana games with you. I think you'd be a good player.
oh okay.
Oh, Secret of Mana and Trials of Mana, my jam.
The really, really old one, from the SNES? Yeah.
Yeah, the one that's also uncensored.
Yeah.
See Angela in her booty shaking glory.
Yes. Yes, that is true. Although, I mean, it's pixels. What are you going to censor?
Surprisingly, there was a lot you could censor back in the day. They censored Siren on Final Fantasy VI.
Didn't notice, but okay, sure.
I'm just a guy who really hates censorship in general.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Huh?
I'm just grabbing Lorenzo's link, and I'll be.
Alright, but I gotta get going, sad to say.
Yeah, I should
Aw.
leave you.
Alright,
Anyway.
Thank you so much for coming, Fumi, and yeah, thanks Aurora, thanks Dave, and thanks Chiu. It's truly
Thanks
a
for having
blast.
us.
We gotta do
Yeah, thanks,
stuff.
thanks
Oh,
for
and
having me here.
and don't forget, tune in tomorrow. Aura, Chiu, me, and a bunch of members of my Discord are jumping in, and they're gonna kill each other on Dawn of War. And then I'm gonna
We're
dive.
gonna
gonna try.
Then I'm gonna dive
I'm
in on
gonna
the kill
die
myself.
so hard.
Good luck.
Here's some. I'm giving you some melon pops.
Melon pops.
Yeah, look at chat. Look at chat.
Thank you for the melon pops. Alright, let me just. Yeah, please do the thing I want to do. Yay! It's doing the thing. Alright, everybody, stack up.
All right.
We're breaking into his house. Will he even have a house
Right.
left after that? Was the question with all the shit we're going to be breaking. Alright. Catch you next time, guys, or catch you tomorrow. And remember, Dawn of War tomorrow with a bunch of people, and Friday, my wife's debut. Hope to see you guys there.
See you.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
Have a good one, guys.
fun.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
We're golden.
Yep. Now we've rated.
I am a tired Fumi.
Leon DarkTech.
Like, I'm pretty sure my whole thing was glitching like crazy because I'm working and chatting at the same time.
Yeah.
Just got home from.
I know mine kept looking like it was falling asleep, but it's just me looking down at my monitor.
Unwelcome, my friend.
Okay, I have no energy, and if I stay in this room any longer, I'm gonna eat all these chocolates because my husband forgot to give me the lid to the box, which means that
So
the
you're
chocolates...
just gonna eat them all.
Well, without a lid, I can't prevent my hand from going in there.
Yeah, there's no stopping it.
Can't help it.
It's just the lid is not there.
Yeah. Oh,
I forgot I did it.
Anyway, I'm going
Oh,
to...
it's all good. It's all good.
Oh, Leon, don't forget to end your stream on OBS though, because it'll keep